Hey guys, today we are going to discuss poetry. In this particular session, we will cover the various points like definition of poetry, types of poetry, elements of poetry, and purpose of poetry. Firstly, we are going to discuss definition of poetry. Poetry is a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings and emotions recollected in tranquility. Types of poetry. There are three types of poetry. Number one, narrative poetry. Number two, lyric poetry. And number three, dramatic poetry. Narrative poetry. Narrative poetry is a form of poetry that tells a story, shows the voices of a narrator and characters. Types of narrative poetry. Number one, epic. Number two, monologue. Number three, ballads. And number four, musical romance. Lyric poetry. Lyric poetry is a form of poetry which expresses personal emotions and feelings spoken in the first person. Types of lyric poetry. Number one, ode. Number two, elegy. And number three, sonnet. Dramatic poetry. Dramatic poetry is a form of poetry in which one or more characters speak. Types of dramatic poetry. Number one, tragedy. Number two, comedy. Number three, tragicomedy. Number four, masque. And number five, closed drama. Now we are going to discuss elements of poetry. There are following elements of poetry: stanza, rhythm, rhyme, meter, theme, symbol, and imagery. Purpose of poetry. Poetry is a source to convey feelings. Poetry is the medium to bring reforms in society. Poetry is used to get peace for the frustrated minds. Poetry is a fight against evil. That's enough. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel AR English Lab. Thank you. Bye-bye.